Good morning everybody, it's 6:45 in the morning and I'm just outside Guildford train station because I'm about to travel into central London for the Octopus Energy Tech Summit 2025. So they've done these for the last few years in a row actually, and last year it was in Berlin where they announced Mercury, which is like a smart home protocol for green tech, and year before it was an announcement about Cozy 6 heat pump. So there's an announcement today at just after midday, I think. I've no idea what it will be. There's lots of rumours flying around, but I might as well just wait until the announcement now to find out what's going on. Right, I better go and find my train. Gotta go and find out what platform it's on first. I'm really not used to public transport. There's a train here. I've still got 14 minutes to go until it departs. I don't know if this is the train I'm supposed to get on or not. So the nice guy that works on the train has just told me I should go to platform 5 and get a different train instead because it'll be much faster. I hope he's right. Right, so I've made it to Clapham Junction. And now I think I need to find platform 14, I think this is it. And that should take me to Battersea Park, I hope. I don't know what I'm doing. Right, well, this is Battersea Park. I better get Google Maps out. Anyway, I'm now in Battersea Park and I need to walk through here to find the Evolution Centre or something. Is it Evolution Centre? Hang on, let me check my map. Evolution London it's called. See if I can find it. So there's lots of interesting things on the agenda for today, but the one I'm particularly interested in is how smart home technology can cut your bills and emissions. So that's the one I'm going to be taking notes on, I think. So I've made it inside the event and I've had my complimentary sausage and bacon sandwich. I did have a bit of a sausage incident with the sausage falling on the floor, but sausage incidents aside, that's very difficult to say, sausage incidents aside, hopefully this is going to be a good day. I've made it inside and they have transformed the room into some sort of pink night sky. I mean, there's just little pink LEDs all over the ceiling. It's quite pretty. It's like some sort of weird Disney installation for princesses. Bumped into a friend while I'm here. Look, it's Mr. EV.
Hello there. This is very exciting anyway, isn't it?
It is. Nice and pink though. I mean, I can't get over the pink starry sky that we're sitting under. 3,000 people here again today as well.
That's
3,000. I think they only had a couple of hundred last year or something because they did that travel to Berlin.
Ah, they did, yeah.
Do you know Sarah did the what was it? Some sort of EV motorcade across from the UK to Berlin, and then but I think that was special invitation only. This one's 3,000 customers have been invited to this. That's why it's such a big place.
Also, I really like that. I mean, it shows how much enthusiasm there is for Octopus as a company, because there can't be many energy companies in the world that would get this much support from customers. I mean, what customers care about their energy company?
We'll have to go to the British Gas one next week and see what that's like.
Just be 5 people sat in a circle eating donuts or something.
Yeah, turning on gas hobs, trying to see. So we're here in the pinkest auditorium known to man, and they're just about to start. You can see 3,000 people in there behind me. Who on earth is that creeping up behind me? Hello, mate. All right, all right. So that was quite an interesting first part. It started off with a little talk from the astronaut Chris Hadfield, and he started talking about providing energy for a growing population and how to sort of supply the energy demand that is needed for the population of the Earth as it explodes basically to, what are we on, like over 8 billion at the moment. one of the things that sort of caught my attention was when he mentioned, is it possible to have some sort of Earth-Moon economy to take advantage of the natural resources that are on the moon? I'm not sure that mining natural resources from the moon is such a good idea. So I'm not sure I agree with him in that respect, but there were a lot of other valid points that he made. He was certainly a very eloquent talker. And then there was a panel chat with Maxim Timchenko, who is I guess he's a director of an energy company in Ukraine. And that was very interesting again, because they talked about how now that a lot of the energy infrastructure has been destroyed by Russia, they're rebuilding using renewables. And because they're using renewables, it's a lot more difficult for the Russians to actually destroy their energy grid. So the example that he gave is it takes one missile to destroy a centralized power station, but to destroy the same capacity of wind power would take 50 missiles. So, and not only are they making the grid greener in Ukraine, they're also managing to make it more resilient against attacks and failures. So then there was that little talk that I was looking forward to on smart homes. Now, it wasn't so much on smart homes actually. It was chaired by Imogen Bogle from the Fully Charged show. And one of the guests on there, and I'm just going to get my notes here, he was called Nigel Banks, and he works for Octopus. And he was actually looking at he's in charge of the zero energy bill home, which is quite an interesting sort of proposition from Octopus Energy. They're building homes that are essentially providing them with an income. So they're putting solar panels on roofs, they're putting home batteries in, and then they guarantee that the homeowner will not have to pay any bills for 10 years. So there's no energy bills. So I mean, obviously you've got to pay some bills. You've got to pay your own broadband bill, you've got to pay your own council tax, that sort of stuff. But energy bill wise, there's no energy bill. So essentially for 10 years they guarantee that. And the way it works in terms of economics is that Octopus Energy get your exported energy. They will control the battery when it imports and exports, and because they do that, essentially that home becomes a little mini power plant, and they can use that to cover their costs of making sure that this home has no bills. And then we come to one of the first big names of the whole show. They had Brian Cox walk on, Professor Brian Cox, not the actor Brian Cox, and he walks on to "Things can only get better," of course. And I've got a fly in my glasses. What's going on there? There we go. The fly has gone from my glasses. That's better. See, things can only get better. But yeah, Brian Cox walks on to "Things can only get better," and it was his usual stuff. I've seen him in a few live shows before, doing his big arena tours around the country, and he's a very, very good speaker, and he's very entertaining. So he did have a lot of his old quotes from Carl Sagan, but then one of the things that he did say, and I've written it down here, we know what to do technically in order to help with this energy transition, but now it's all down to politics to get it done. And I suppose that is right. We've got all the technologies here. We've got solar, we've got wind farms, we've got heat pumps, we've got electric vehicles. We know what we need to do to get our emissions down, get down to net zero, and get down to zero carbon as well. But it is just down to politics to encourage people to do it, to reduce the prices. So yeah, he's got a point there, I suppose. And then the final thing before the break was Stephen Fry, and he was there talking about AI. So Stephen Fry from Blackadder, from Fry and Laurie, from pretty much every comedy show that I watched growing up in the 80s. And he basically talked about AI. Now, there was a lot of facts and figures in there, and where are we going with AI and how it would be used. But I guess the overwhelming thought that came out of it was, what's the sort of governance around the use of AI? And I wrote this one down as well. There's a high probability that humans will be wiped out by AI. So there's a nice happy thought to leave you with before I go back in there and see what the special announcement is, which is coming up after this break. So they've done the big announcement, but before I tell you about that, I just wanted to show you something. They've got a Shoptopus live shop here, where they're giving everybody a little goodie bag. And I'm just going to turn the camera around. There is quite a queue for it. So the big announcement then, they got Damon Hill to drive onto stage in a BYD Dolphin. And Greg Jackson, the CEO of Octopus Energy, announced that for £299 a month, they'd be able to lease you a BYD Dolphin, including all of your charging needs. And they're going to call this Power Pack. But not only all of your charging being included, it's also a bi-directional charger included. And what they're going to do is, as long as you plug into your home at least, like say 20 times a month, so basically whenever you get home, plug your car in, whether you need to charge it or not, and they will charge up your car when they see fit, but also discharge your car to the grid. And they're going to use this to help balance the grid and also give you free driving basically while you're leasing the car from them. And I'm stood right in front of an electric bus that they're showing off. So it's a big red normal London bus that is running fully on electric. Right, now I'm really hungry though. I need to go and find a queue for food. Where are the queues for food? I think there's places inside. Oh, the food is coming past me. I'm in the way of the food. Right, I've just noticed that the scrum for the freebies has gone down a bit, I think. Let's go and find the front of the queue. No, the back of the queue. Oh my god, maybe it hasn't gone down. I am walking a long way here. Keep on walking. Oh, I've been allowed to walk up the stairs. The special stairs of stuff. Going to see that octopus up there.
If it just comes off as a fan of time and you didn't check your bike. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Carrying my bag of stuff down the stairs. Successful haul. Right, I'm in a really dark corner now, but you can see what we got in my goodie bag. We got a plushie, we got a sticker, a seed bombs. Oh, they're like little balls of seeds that you throw in your garden. That's nice. A little pin badge and something in a box. Now I'm not entirely sure what this is, but let's have a look. I think it might be like a USB, solar powered USB power bank. That, if that is charged right now, that might be very handy because my phone is running a little bit low. Right, I need to apologise to Constantine because the only way I can think of carrying this around is to strap him to the back of my bag. Oops. Just heading in for part 2 after the lunch. Was it part 3? I don't know. I've lost track of time, I'll be honest with you.
I'm going to get the freebie.
Oh yeah, get your freebies. I don't know what freebie he's going to get.
No, I got the little car.
And I got the USB thing. In fact, I sat down in the dark just over there to have a look in the bag, so I'll have to... If that little clip hasn't come out already properly, then I'm going to have another look. It didn't happen if I didn't film it.
Yes, exactly.
So they started the second half with a video message from Al Gore because this is the first major event of Climate Action Week. And then Professor Hannah Fry took the stage and she talked a lot about AI and large language models that are being used to power AI, and quite interestingly how that is being applied to understand what animals might be saying. I mean, I couldn't explain it at all, but the way she explained it was amazing. There were a few other panels and discussions as well, none of them really related to technology, so I don't think they're relevant to this particular video. So that's me done for the day. Quite a good day out actually. Lots of freebies, free food, lots of interesting sessions and talks being given on stage. Met up with some friends. I've seen Tim from Tim and Cat's Green Walk, go and check out his channel, and Andrew, who's Mr. EV, so check out his channel as well. And there was Sarah Go Green, saw her from X mostly and TikTok. So I'll put links to all these people down in the description, but you probably already know them already. Thank you to everyone who came up and said hello. That was really nice. It was nice to see people who recognised me and knew my channel. So if you do see me out and about one of these events, I don't mind you coming to say hello. It's always nice to know that people appreciate these videos and actually watch them for some reason. Yeah, I better do end of video stuff. So I'll put something on the screen here. Yes, so these people here are my channel members and patrons, so thank you very much to these guys for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel by becoming a channel member or a patron, then check out the links down in the description. In return, you'll get early access to my videos and some extra bonus content too. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to see more from me, and that is free. So anyway, time to go before I walk into a fence or something. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.